downtown to Bathhouse Row. Gonna look for some people that I know. Where you gonna play? Well, I don't know. I'll be there soon, 'cause I'm gonna go. Buskin down Bathhouse Row. Buskin down Bathhouse Row.
So this is one of the weird things that happens when you live on the road in your RV, is that I don't know if I told you this before, but I'm having a weird issue with my battery. Ever since last fall, when last summer my battery worked beautifully. In fact, if it had been cloudy, I was using a lot more electricity last summer than I am now. And if it had been cloudy for a couple of days, then I might run out of electricity. And I didn't like to use my, my air conditioner, because the generator is loud. And I didn't like to use it unless I, really had to. So a lot of times I would be sleeping in a safe area, so I would sleep with the door open and put fans on. And I went through a couple of different fans, but because apparently they don't take too well of falling on the floor. But if it had been cloudy for a couple of days, then I might run out of electricity, and my battery in the truck worked so well that I could literally plug in a USB fan and charge my phone all night long and just run a cord from the truck back to the back, and it worked really well. But then in the fall last year, I had some work done on the van, and this is why am I calling it a van? It's not a van, it's an RV. Anyway, I had some work done on the RV and the truck part of the RV, and they found there was a bunch of fuses that needed to be replaced. Several fuses needed to be replaced, and at the time, my dash lights only came on when I pushed the brake pedal and weird things like that. So anyway, she went in, she replaced all these fuses, and she installed my radio, and she installed this handy little 12 volt plug-in dealie, so where I would have extra 12 volt plugs. And suddenly my battery started going dead, and so I don't remember exactly how all this occurred, but somebody put a voltmeter on it and said there's a draw on the battery, and we couldn't figure out where it was at, so we uninstalled the radio and the 12 volt system, which really sucks because I had to pay to have it installed and then have it pay to uninstalled, and I don't have a radio. It's been a year, I still don't have a radio. So, or the 12 volt plugs. But so they've been uninstalled, and it still has a drain. My dash lights don't work anymore, and in fact my brake lights are not working either, and I need to get some fuses installed. But I still have this drain on my battery, and what I did was, about a year ago, I installed on the battery, I installed a little part that makes it easy to just quickly unscrew it. So whenever I park, if I'm not just running into a store, if I'm going to park for, more than an hour, I'll unscrew that part and unhook the battery. Which means that overnight, of course, if I'm going to be running out of electricity, I'm not going to be able to plug anything in. But, okay. So then also at the same time, I bought myself a rechargeable battery charger thing. I'm not sure, a jump starter, I think is what it's called. And it's really cool. It's got USB plugs in it, like 3 or 4 of them. So all winter, because it was cloudy a lot, what I would do is I keep it plugged in all the time so it stays charged. Because you never know when your battery's going to be dead, or I never know when my battery's going to be dead and I'm going to have to jump start it. But all winter I've been using it to keep my phone charged, because it's like having a fourth battery, basically. Well, anyway, I've started to notice that it's not working as well as it used to, and I know that they're only good for a certain number of recharges or whatever. It also has a big flashlight on it, which I've never used ever. What else? That's it. Well, anyway, so this morning I'm getting up to leave and discover that I forgot to unplug the battery last night when I went to bed. Probably because I'm so distracted looking for Belly. And because that's where I'm over here. I came over here last night to look for Belly again. And didn't find him. Anyway, I forgot to unplug the battery. So I knew that my charger was fully charged, so I grabbed it, put it up there to jump-start the truck. And I think that my battery is getting damaged now from it too, because it's being more difficult to start. So it's going, you know, like it does, and it didn't start. And then the charger didn't have enough to charge it again. So I've got it plugged in. I'm sitting here waiting for it to recharge. I just bought roadside assistance through my phone yesterday, so if this doesn't work, I probably will call them. Typically it takes about an hour waiting on that, so it means my day is pretty messed up. It's Thursday, and I had intended to go find a food pantry today, because here in Hot Springs I think there's 2 or 3 food pantries on Thursdays. Because it is the middle of the month and I am flat broke. Everything has just sucked away all my money this month, from being in arrears from last month, from the Amazon payment fiasco, to the brakes and the extra gas money coming back from the lake. And I just ordered, my brake shoes are supposed to come in the mail today, so now I have the shoes. The guy that put them on, he wants another $30 to put the shoes on and finish the job that he started, that I paid him $60 for already. Not sure if I'm going to go that way, although since he did jerry-rig it, I probably should, because somebody else getting in there won't know what he did. Well, that's interesting. But that means I've got to, before I can do it, I got to figure out some way to come up with another 30 bucks. I'm supposed to do a little freelance work. Is that a crack in my windshield? I'm supposed to do a little freelance work this week, and I don't know how much it's going to be, but I mean, I was hoping that it would just keep me in gas for the rest of the month. And of course, I don't know. Things are not working out so well. I was just watching this YouTube video by another channel, and they were talking about how much money they spend in their, you know, practically brand new Sprinter van, and how they get great gas mileage, and I was a little bit shocked to hear them say that even though they have this almost new van, that they're spending $1,500 a quarter on maintenance. And I thought, good God, what kind of maintenance do you need every quarter for $1,500? I mean, I can see you shouldn't buy tires but like once every other, 3 or 4 years, right? At least. And then get your oil changed. What else is there? $1,500? That seems like way too much. Way too much. I don't spend that much. But anyways, they were talking about how they have $4,000 in salaries and they're spending $600 on their necessary expenses, and then another $1,300 on their discretionary expenses, which I find it interesting that they put food in their discretionary expenses, but whatever. I'm an accountant, so I happen to know you can't live without eating. Or gas. I mean, they may change, they fluctuate, but there's not really discretionary. Anyway, I was just like, wow. Because, I mean, I don't know, maybe one day I'll do a video and tell you exactly how much, but basically I live on my Social Security disability check, which is just barely over $800 a month. And, you know, I've got the phone and the insurances, and I've got credit cards. Honestly, if I didn't have these credit card bills to pay off, I would be much better off. And last fall, I had intended to pay them off. But I didn't because I had, you know, expenses with the van that I had to pay for, build a new door and all these other things. I keep calling it a van. I guess I've been watching YouTube videos. It's not a van. It's a Toyota RV. And then last spring, I had way less money than I was supposed to have. Way less money. Because, again, because my scholarship money got messed up and stuff got messed up. And and then nobody would insure after Progressive. This is a stupid, did I ever tell you about the insurance story? I should make a whole new video just about the insurance because it was insane. So nobody would insure me because I didn't own a second vehicle, which I don't even understand what that's got to do with anything. And then, so I ended up, my daughter really needed a vehicle anyway, so I bought her a hoopty, really, $1,000 SUV. And, it's got both our names on it, and I'm using her address, so I could have a second vehicle. And then, I ended up getting insurance through, the same agent. No, I bought insurance through the Direct General agent, but I guess she works for other companies. And so the SUV is insured through Jupiter, which I've used them before. And they're really good for cheap insurance for people who have really bad, you know, she's 20 and she's had 2 accidents already. Anyway, and then they insured, she went ahead and she found insurance for the RV for me through Progressive, which really makes me angry because Progressive just flat out refused to renew my policy, and then they insure me through a different agent at twice what I was paying before. But before I had comprehensive and roadside assistance, and I had an extra, I think an extra $3,000 to cover stuff inside the truck on a full-timer plan. And now, I don't know what kind of plan she's got, but I'm paying just liability, and I'm paying twice as much, and I have no coverage, really, no coverage at all. And they didn't even care if I had a second vehicle either, so that really annoys the crap out of me. I should take a few minutes and I should call back some of the places that wanted me to have a second vehicle and say, okay, I've got a second vehicle. But God, you know, shopping for insurance is such a pain in the butt. It really is. And it just takes forever, and they'll tell you one thing, and then they'll tell you something else, and then they'll tell you it's going to be $30 a month, but then all of a sudden it's $180 a month, and you're like, what? I hate insurance. I hate dealing with this stupid stuff. It's such a scam. Really, it's a scam. Rich people don't even have to buy insurance because they can buy a bond. Did you know that? They can just buy a $20,000 bond or a $30,000 bond, which costs them very little, and it's an investment. Register it with the state, and boom, they don't need insurance. I don't know if they do that or not, but that's the law. I looked into it. Anyway, yeah, I'm hoping that I can get to start the engine soon. Maybe before the food pantries are finished for the day. And that's my video.
I'm gonna look for some people that I know. Where you gonna play? Well, I don't know. I'll be there soon, 'cause I'm gonna go. Buskin down Bathhouse Row, buskin down Bathhouse Row, buskin, where I'm gonna go. Down Bathhouse Row. Hey little girl, you'll go far. I say yeah, put a 20 in my tip jar. I know where I'm headed now. When I'm done, I'll take a big old bow. Ow, ow. Find a penny, pick it up. All the day you'll have good luck. Pennies won't get me where I need to go. Say, hey little girl, you'll go far. I say, yeah, put a 20 in my tip jar. Buskin down Bathhouse Row, buskin down Bathhouse Row, buskin is where I'm gonna go. Down Bathhouse Row. Buskin down Bathhouse Row, buskin down Bathhouse Row, buskin, where I'm gonna go.